All right, everybody, welcome back to the JROB Camp's Black Hat interview series. I'm Garrett Garnis, and today for the 10th interview in our series, we'll actually head to Willmar High School in Pennock, Minnesota to talk to freshman wrestler Cael Carlson, who was a Black Hat winner from our 10-day Iowa intensive camp. And the Black Hat Award, again, is a special recognition award for the most deserving camper in each wrestling group at a J. Robinson intensive camp. So the idea, again, originated from Jay's experience in Army Ranger School, in which a distinguished honor graduate was chosen from each Ranger class. So here with Cael today. How are you doing today, Cael?
I'm good. Thanks.
Yeah, good. Well, thanks for coming on today. So I guess we'll start off with what we ask most people here. What is your favorite moment in your wrestling career so far?
It was probably last year winning NYWA state, even though it's not ninth grade league or not anything really important. But since that's the state tournament that we've been going to ever since I was really little, and just kind of winning that, it felt like winning a state title, and it was just cool. Finally doing it after all the years.
That's awesome. So I also competed in that tournament a lot, and it's a tough tournament, and so congrats on that, and that's going to be a point in your career where hopefully it leads you to other great things. So talk about some of your recent experiences at some of these high profile tournaments. You went to the Minnesota Christmas tournament, the Rumble on the Red, and you placed pretty high at both, but maybe it didn't turn out quite as you wanted, weren't on the top of the podium. But how did those experiences help you mentally prepare for the sections and state tournament coming up?
I really enjoyed both the tournaments. They're a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun getting out there and competing, and then my losses, they hurt, but you learn from them. And I think a couple of the main things were I saw some of the kids I know I'm going to see at state. You learn a couple of things. I know I've had a lot of trouble on my feet this year, and I've been working a lot on that. And you learn that all these matches are winnable if I can just find a shot. And if a big part of these matches, they've been staying super close just because I can stay with them and tucker them out. And even if I'm not always scoring points, I can defend and tire them out, which is a big part of what I learned at JROB also.
Okay, nice. Yeah, I mean, you got to find the right time to peak, and that's definitely at the section tournament and state tournament here. So, you kind of already touched on a little bit, but how has your season been going so far, and what are your goals heading into the next couple weeks?
It's been going well. I have, I want to say 4 losses. It's been fun. It's been tough getting to go to some of these big tournaments and compete. I'm planning on going to sections and dominating and making it to state and hopefully coming home with a state title. So those are my plans.
All right, I like it. Another question here: how did your dad's history in wrestling influence you, and how are you trying to help some of your younger brothers get into the sport, or how's that working out for you?
My dad definitely influenced how I'm doing. He's constantly pushing us, me and my brothers, do more, do extra, get better, and he's constantly helping us work on things. And even me with my brothers or my dad with my brothers are constantly doing stuff. Like this morning, we showed up at 6:30 at the high school. All the doors are locked. We had to find a janitor to open the wrestling room, and we did a workout. So we're constantly doing stuff, trying to get ahead of the rest of the people.
Nice. There you go. That's good. You always got to find ways to to out train your opponent. So I like it. What is one of the wrestling positions or one wrestling skill that you're really trying to focus on getting better at this year? More than others.
Definitely my feet. I feel like anytime I go down, I'm getting a point. And when I ride, if I have to ride a guy, I can ride him for 30 seconds, 45 seconds. But on my feet, I don't know what I'm doing. I push pace, and I can hold people off, and I can take half shots, but I don't really have anything yet. So I'm just been working on. I find one shot, and I could be unstoppable.
There you go. Awesome. So, with that being said, I mean, what's one of the most important qualities that you think a wrestler needs in order to be successful?
Mental strength, constantly able to go and not break even if things aren't going your way. Being able to step back and say, "Hey, I'm still fine. Get back in it, and let's keep going. Pick it up and get back to it."
That's right. So, why did you decide to attend a J. Robinson intensive camp then last summer, and what was your experience like? And also, just touch on how did the camp help you become a better wrestler in general?
Um, I my dad always talked about it because he wrestled for the U, and he always harped on him, and he said, you should go to one. And so I was like, all right, I'll go to one. And so I headed out there and I did that. And overall, I think it's helped me because you learn to deal with things you're not used to. For me, it was being away from home. I didn't like that. I don't like being away from the home and the farm. And so that was probably my biggest thing. But it throws different things at you, being away from home, working hard, not being where you're used to being, and just grinding.
Okay, nice. So it teaches you to be comfortable when you're uncomfortable, I guess you could say.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Exactly. Nice. So talking about while you're at camp, did you really expect to win the Black Hat, or was that more of a surprise to you?
I had read about it some before I had went there because I kind of did some research before I left and everything. And but then Jay talked about it on the first day, and Dad had always harped on set high goals, set stuff high, and work hard to get it. And so right away I thought, well, definitely I got to be the best in my group. That's what you got to work for. And so I've been working for that the whole time and constantly working my tail off, trying to get positives and trying to show that I was deserving of that, and it paid off.
Nice. Well, great work ethic and great job. So obviously you have a lot of wrestling history in your family and everything, but outside of wrestling, what do you like to do? What are some of your hobbies?
Well, we live on a farm, so we got 1,600 milking animals, um, and that takes up a lot of time if I'm not wrestling. So when I'm not wrestling, I'm usually out there doing something, or I'm involved in 4-H or some kind of musical something. Um, so I'm constantly busy, and the farm is probably my biggest thing. I love animals, but I also I like music a lot, so I do a lot with that too.
Okay, nice. Well, sounds good. Thanks for taking the time out of your day to talk with us. Make sure you get the cow's milks and everything, but I'm sure you got practice this afternoon. So thanks again, and have a great rest of your day.
Thank you. You too.
Yep, thanks.